Roll for Crit here at Gen Con 2018, and one of our anticipated titles of this show was the new Battlestar Galactica miniatures game Starship Battles from Ares Games. This is one that is definitely modeled off other minis games like Wings of War, Wings of Glory. We are much more familiar with X-Wing, which of course it's also pretty similar to. This is one they had in a very early prototype model, although it is due to come out at the end of 2018. We weren't able to actually really play a full game, just kind of got a taste of it. But there is some unique stuff there. If you don't know about Battlestar, it's a sci-fi show, and you've got different kinds of ships, and in the base set it looks like it's going to be 2 Vipers v 2 Raiders. And essentially you're moving around a map, you know, it's a minis game, you've got your ships, you're calculating their movement and their range and attacking each other.
Right, but what made this one stand out from the other games that you listed seems to be something called momentum. Now this seems to be very complicated, but the way it works is, as you imagine in space where there really isn't air and you're sort of just floating around, if you start your boosters in one direction, you keep flying in that direction. So it seems you might be able to fly, turn around, and shoot behind you, unlike an X-Wing when you can really get dogged from behind if you pass by someone.
Yeah, no, that is definitely an interesting thing. Another thing I thought was unique was the way that your movement works is you put down a card and you have a full hand of card options, and there are multiple tracks on that card, and depending on your speed, which you can set on a little board thing beforehand, a little plastic board.
You have a little controls panel.
Yeah, that determines which of those paths you will take. So you have to determine your speed beforehand, and then you lay out these cards, and you might move in some weird different directions.
Another thing that was mentioned is that this game actually has altitude, so you could have asteroids, but it might be at a lower level, so you might be able to go under it or over it, whatever the case may be. Maybe other ships as well, so that's definitely an interesting thing. I don't believe X-Wing has, because that's the one we have actually played out.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it does not, but there are also a million expansions
and there's also the new edition.
Yeah, so who knows?
Yeah, if you're a Battlestar fan, I mean, the ships look beautiful.
Yeah, the one thing that I was a little concerned about was it sounded like they said, at least at the start, they're not really going to go too deep into the specific character traits.
Right, they said mostly like no names, I think.
Yeah, so you're not probably going to see too much like you're playing as Starbuck or whoever it is with special abilities the way that an X-Wing, you know, you have Han or Luke or whatever it is, Darth Vader, but you know, you're just going to be more looking at the cool ship models, which did look pretty nice. You know, they had some like the pre-painted minis and their prototypes, they still look pretty good. And they also said that they're going to be coming out confirmed later with the Heavy Raiders and
the next one were Heavy Raider and the Raptor.
Raptors, that's right, that's the other one. So, you know, it looked cool. I don't know specifically how much it distinguishes itself as like a Battlestar spacefaring game, you know, but I'm not sure what that ingredient would be that makes it stand out from all those other space miniatures games, to be honest. But it looks like a solid foundation, and Ares Games has a good experience in this genre already, so I expect that it's going to be a successful title for them. I'm just, as a fan of more of like the storylines of the show, I'm hoping they bring out more of that stuff into it, maybe even like the campaign mission kind of stuff that X-Wing started to add later on would be fun.
Well, you will see when this comes out, and hopefully with plenty of more ships. As we said, this will come out, I believe they said later this year.
They said December, hopefully, so we'll see when that happens. Like and subscribe for more Gen Con 2018 coverage.
And enter our contest for a chance to win some Gen Con games in the description down below.